Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel and happy 2019. I hope you guys had an amazing holiday season, whatever it is that you celebrate, and I hope that 2018 was a good year for you. As you have read from the title, I'm going to be doing a tutorial on this look using my 2018 favorites. You might want to sit down, grab yourself some coffee, soda, tea, glass of wine, a beer, whatever it is that you drink, some snacks, and get comfy because this is going to be a long one. Don't forget to follow me on my social media. I'm super active on my Instagram, which is Beauty by Hannah Nicole. I also have a Twitch now, so I might be on there from time to time. It's also Beauty by Hannah Nicole. Everything will be in the description box below. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel to see when I upload videos like this. But anyway, if you want to see how I got this look using my 2018 favorites, just keep on watching. Let's stay here. I'm going to use a lip scrub. This is the Wet n Wild Perfect Pout lip scrub. This is in the watermelon one. This came in the Flights of Fancy collection in 2018, and I was super excited to find out that they made these permanent. They have a watermelon one, a tangerine, and then they have like a brown sugar cinnamon type one. My favorite is the watermelon one. It smells like Jolly Ranchers. It is one of the best lip scrubs ever. So I'm just gonna exfoliate my lips. Okay, so that was my first favorite 2018. All the products I'm mentioning will be in the description box below. For this video, I'm not going to be using primer, and I'm going to say that in a second. But my favorite primer, hands down, in 2018 was the Fenty Beauty Face Primer. It's so amazing. It smells good. It helps with my oils. It still somehow is moisturizing, which I find nowadays since I'm getting older, I want a more natural slash matte type of finish for my foundation. When I was younger in high school, I used to have super oily skin, so I'd wear super mattifying stuff. But now my skin is more oily combo, my T-zone is oily, and the rest of my face is normal, and I find that now with more mattifying products, it makes my skin look really dry, and I don't like that. So for foundation, I'm going to be applying the BareMinerals BarePRO foundation. Mine is in the color Light Natural 09, but I need a lighter one. But this foundation is amazing, and the reason why I'm not wearing a primer in this video is because this foundation on my skin personally looks way better without a primer. It just looks more natural, it blends better, it just looks better without a primer. I find with more mattifying primers with this foundation, it does not look good. It looks more dry. But this has great coverage. It lasts a long time on the skin. It's beautiful in photography. I just need a lighter shade, but I'm gonna wear this today anyway. So I'm gonna apply this onto my skin with another favorite, which is the Morphe Y6. It's just a flat top kabuki brush. This is amazing. I used to be the type of girl where I'm like, I'm never gonna use a foundation brush ever in my life. Not until I got this one. This one is amazing. So I'm just going to apply the foundation onto my face and blend it out with this brush. Oh, I almost got this on my shirt. Look at this shirt. Isn't that amazing? My husband got for me for Christmas. Comment down below which house you are in. I am a Ravenclaw, but I also feel like I'd be a Hufflepuff. So if I could choose two houses, mine would be called a Ravenpuff, which that just sounds so cute. Let's say that this foundation has medium to high coverage. You can definitely build this foundation up, which I'm fine with a medium coverage foundation. I'd rather prefer that and just go back in with concealer over any blemishes. It also looks great on my nose. My nose is my most problematic area. I have to like take the time around my nose. With this one, I can just apply it and it looks good. Okay, my favorite concealer of 2018 was the Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer by Too Faced. I haven't used my Tarte Shape Tape in forever. Not because this replaced it, only because I haven't repurchased it. But this is definitely up there with the Tarte Shape Tape. I am dying to get my hands on the Jouer concealer because everybody says it's like the Tarte Shape Tape, but it's not as drying, it's more full coverage, which I'm totally about. The brush that I'm about to mention is a brush that has stolen my heart, but sadly was discontinued, and that was the Morphe G38. Not 36, the G38. I don't know why Morphe would discontinue this brush line. I was so excited to get my hands on this. Taylor, also known as the Taylor here on YouTube, raves about this brush. I bought it because of her. It is amazing. I went to go buy a few extras. they discontinued it. This is a really good brush and I hope they bring this line back, but if you know anything that is similar to this, it's just a very dense, small, domed brush, let me know. I just love this brush because it blends out everything so nicely, things so smooth. I used to be a sponge gal and I still am, but I just find that with this brush, I get the most pigmentation with the products that I'm using. But look how bright and covered that is. It's just really, really good, and it's just one of the few brushes out there that I found that really works good for under my eyes. So my favorite powder is the RCMA No Color powder. This is just an old container that I had. The RCMA No Color powder is amazing. You get 3.3 ounces of product, which is a lot for a powder, and I just put it into this little thingy. And this has lasted me forever. I filled this up like months ago and I still have all that product. It's just a really nice powder, very lightweight, very finely milled. It sets everything really good. Hello. My family believes our house is haunted and we named her Penelope. Well, I didn't. My sister did. I don't know why you would name a ghost. That's like not what you want to do. One thing I love about this powder is if you're wearing dark clothing and this gets onto your clothing, you can just brush it away and it won't be there. Hence the name No Color powder. And I apply it under my eyes with a Morphe M438. It's kind of just like a small tapered brush. And I've been just lightly setting my under eyes and I feel like it's better. It doesn't look as dry. And then I go in with a big powder brush to set the rest of my face. And the brush I'm using is the Morphe E41. Eyebrows. I have found out that I don't really like the whole bam in your face sculpted Instagram brows anymore. I know, right? Kill me, unsubscribe from my channel, whatever. I realized that I like kind of more natural looking eyebrows, but I still want my eyebrows to be defined. I used to love, and I still do love, the Stay Put brow color from Maybelline. I have fallen back in love with my e.l.f. lock-on liner and brow cream. I use this on the outer part of my eyebrow, the tail, and then I go in with a pencil on the rest of my brow, and I find that looks more natural, but it's still defined. The brow pencil that I love is the Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Retractable Brow Color. I have mine in medium brown. I find that dark brown can sometimes be too warm, but this is like perfect. It's a dupe for the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer. I've used that on my channel as well. I love that. This is just cheaper and it's basically the same thing. So I'm gonna apply the e.l.f. pomade. I'm just gonna call it the pomade with a Morphe R44. Then I go in with the pencil. And that's my brow. It's super natural, but it's still really defined. You can still see my brow hairs, which I'm totally fine with. I just wanted something that looks a little bit more kind of fluffy and natural, and this combination does that for me. So I'm just gonna do my other brow off camera, and then we're gonna get into the eyeshadow. Okay, brows are done. I also forgot to mention, I don't sculpt my brows on a day-to-day basis. For special occasions like I do with baking, I will, just so my brows look a lot better. So we're gonna get into eyeshadow next. So my favorite eyeshadow palette that I have to think that I used continuously on camera and also off camera has to be the Shaaanxo Remix palette. I love this so much. I love her original palette that she came out with BH Cosmetics, but this one I love like so much more. And the reason why is because you get her original eyeshadows that she came out with. As you can see, I love this one so much. But on the other side, she came out with more eyeshadows. The other one was the 9 eyeshadows and 9 lip colors. I don't use the lip colors as much. They are really nice, but they're not one of my favorite lip formulas out there, but they're still really good, especially if you're traveling. But this, it's just amazing. It's beautiful, it's super inexpensive. You can get it on BH Cosmetics, but this is the eyeshadow palette I'm gonna use on my Instagram. I asked if you guys would rather see a more neutral eye with a bold lip or a bold eye with a neutral lip. You guys voted for a bold eye and a neutral lip, so that is what I'm going to be doing today. First, I'm going to blend the concealer that is on my eyelid so there's no creasing. We are first going to apply some powder. So I'm gonna go in with Clarity, just lightly, like really like not even a lot. Apply it to the lid, mainly in the crease. I usually don't set my eyelids, but today apparently they don't want to work for me. Now we're gonna go in with Need You and apply that into the crease. These shadows are so pigmented and they're so easy to blend. I'm then gonna go in with Terracotta, which is like a terracotta brown color. I'm just applying that with the same Wet n Wild brush, just into the crease. Boom. Okay, I'm then gonna blend the edges with a Morphe M504. This is like my favorite blending brush. This is the only reason that I use this brush, is to blend out the edges, because it's super fluffy, it's super soft, but it still blends amazing. I'm gonna go in with Dark Horse, which is the dark brown color. I'm gonna go in with the Morphe E17 and apply that just a little bit on the outer corner. Not too much, because I still want it to be kind of orangey. I'm just adding this to add a little depth. I might actually mix it in with terracotta. Like this video if you got that reference. Just gonna blend that out with the e.l.f. brush, because it still has a little bit of that terracotta color, so that way I can blend it out without taking away from the orange color. The shimmers in this palette are so creamy and buttery, as well as the mattes. They're very creamy. They're not super powdery. Then for the lid, I'm gonna go in with Avocado, which is this color right here, and it's a beautiful duochrome color, and it's amazing. And I'm gonna wet my brush. I'm gonna go in with this brush that I got from the Naked 2 palette. I'm gonna use this like paddle side right here, and then I'm gonna wet it a little bit, some setting spray. I'm just gonna apply this all over the lid. I'm just gonna go back in with the Wet n Wild brush that I used earlier to like blend the edges a little bit. And then I'm gonna go back in with Dark Horse to deepen up the outer corner. And then I'll take the teeniest bit of terracotta on that E17 brush to kind of mix the two together so it's still warm, because I want the lid to kind of be cool toned, although on camera it kind of looks more of the brown duochrome color. And then I'm going to take Buttercup, which is like the second lightest color in the whole palette. I'm gonna take just the tiniest bit of it and like blend that onto the edges. I find that this kind of gives it, it just adds a little something. I honestly could have used this for my transition color, but I find that when I add it after all the other colors, it just ties it all together. I'm just gonna do my other eye off camera, and then we can finish the eye look. Okay, so for my lower lash line, I just applied terracotta and Buttercup because I wanted the under eyes to be super, super warm. So that's the whole eye look. I'm just gonna go in with my L'Oreal Lash Paradise mascara. This is my favorite mascara. My other favorite is the, what is it called? Lash Domination Volumizing Mascara. I'm actually gonna put this one on instead. My aunt also got this for me as well. It's just a really nice mascara. I'm just not used to the brush. It's a plastic. Eyes are done. Favorite bronzer 2018, Butter Bronzer. It's amazing. This is the same one that I've been using, and I know makeup has an expiration date, but in my philosophy, if it doesn't smell funky and if it doesn't have mold and if it still works good and it doesn't make you break out or anything, it's still usable. So this still smells amazing, it still works as good, it doesn't have any mold, so I'm still gonna use it until I'm not able to use it anymore. So I'm just going to apply that with a Morphe R2, yeah, not M2, and just apply that to my face. My favorite blush, can you guess it, is the Color Icon blushes from Wet n Wild. This is Rosé Champagne, which is my favorite color. It doesn't look like anything in the pan, but on the face it just looks beautiful. One of my other favorite brushes I've been using in 2018 is the Y9. This blush, it doesn't look like anything on the pan, but it's just one of those blushes where it can never do you wrong. It applies beautifully. You can pack this on and it will still look good. It's like a peachy, pinky, nudie color, and I love applying it with this brush. Highlights, I have been loving a few. Flexitarian by Colourpop is my hands down favorite, but I've also have been falling back in love with my Jeffree Star Skin Frosts. I go back and forth between this and my Skin Frost from Jeffree Star Cosmetics in Peach Goddess. Oh, it's just so bam in your face and beautiful. This highlighter cannot do you wrong. The Colourpop Super Shock highlighters are some of my favorite drugstore highlighters out there. They're $8, but they last forever. I've had this for who knows how many years, and it still is amazing. It's still super creamy. Their formula is very different. It's like a moussey type of formula, but it dies down. It dries down to a powder finish. They have tons of different colors. This is my favorite. If you're looking for a blinding highlighter that isn't going to cost too much money, Colourpop is the way to go. Okay, finally, lips. I have a few favorites that I'm going to be mentioning. My first favorite is the Wet n Wild Coloricon lip gloss in Featherless. This is from the Flights of Fancy collection. It's not sticky, it's pigmented, it doesn't dry out your lips, it doesn't taste like anything. It's just a really nice drugstore lip gloss. And the other lip color that I'm going to be applying is the Rimmel Stay Matte Liquid Lipstick. These, oh my gosh, you guys know I love the Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit liquid lipsticks. I've raved about them so many times. I have a full video talking about the full line and then the Halloween collection. The Rimmel Stay Matte Liquid Lipstick, I'm officially announcing this, has taken the place as my #1 favorite drugstore liquid lipstick. The reason why these are pushing the Wet n Wild ones to #2 is because these feel like nothing on your lips. They're super pigmented, last such a long time. I wore this the first time I bought it. I ate a burger or something that was super greasy. It did not budge, it stayed. So that is why these are pushing Wet n Wild's tier to #2. These are #1. This is in the color Be My Baby. It's a more peachy brownie nude. These also smell really good too. I like this color. I have Firestarter too, which is a beautiful red. They have tons of colors too, and they're like under $6. Same as the Wet n Wild ones. I also forgot to mention that these dry down so fast. And then for setting spray, I love the All Nighter by Wet n Wild. I haven't repurchased it in Lord knows how long, but my husband was so awesome and got me a travel size because he wasn't sure if this is the one that I loved. After I run out of this, I'm going to spend the I think it's $39 for like the 8 fluid ounce jumbo size they have on their website, but I'm just gonna set my face. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video of me doing a tutorial using my 2018 favorites. Comment down below what some of your favorite products from 2018 are. Anything, it doesn't have to be makeup or beauty related, comment them down below. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and don't forget to follow me on all my social media. Everything that I mentioned as well as my handles will be in the description box. Be well. I love you guys so much and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!